Hello, welcome to a little crazy. I decided that for this project, some of the works I'm going to need to cut some very straight lines, so I bought myself an Evolution saw table. So let's have a look what we get in the box. Set of instructions. We will be using those. Not quite sure what that's polystyrene wrap for. Legs. Looks like part of the actual table itself. Not happy with that. Looks like a bit of rust on the top of there already. Probably have to give that a sand. I will mention it to the suppliers. Let me get this box. Other parts of leg by the look of it. Blade guard, vacuum hose, some more loose bits there. That's to push the wood through. Like the polystyrene. So straight out of the box, this table extension, as you see, it's got quite extensive rust. It's very rough surface, which is not clever. Second fault I've come across at the moment, and this is in the guide runners. If you can see that on the camera right there. It's actually a bump on the surface, so I can imagine as it's sliding down that's going to bump up as it goes across. Let's have a look further into this. Now, across the surface there are a number of scratches and scuffs Now I can't believe that they've done this in the factory and then just packaged it up. Saying that extension, the table extension piece, was rusty, and that was also in brand new packaging. So, but so far it's not looking so good. I just turned the machine over, and down in the centre you can see where it's had a large scratch on it. These things in the workings of the machine are not very important, but considering it's a brand new machine, you expect it to come in a pristine condition, unless of course you're getting a discount of it. Right, the first assembly instructions say that you should put it on a flat surface, so I've got it on now, nice flat workbench which we do the canopies on. Invert the machine, turn it upside down, and have a cloth underneath it to protect it. So that's what I've done. Did notice when I turned it upside down that the whole motor mechanism was loose, so as you turned it, it just went whack against the other side, and looking down there it looks like there's retaining screws, bolts. On this one there's no nut, no washer. On this one there's just a washer, so I'm assuming that the rest of them are either in the boxes, the fittings, or they are missing from the machine. We won't know that until we get further into the box. There's a couple of spanners on the side, we assume is all we'll need for the assembly of this machine, so we'll whip these off. There's another washer on there, I don't know what that's for, but we'll put that back for the moment so we know where it is. Remove the 8 hex bolts and their associated washers. These are the ones on the sides. Using the right spanner might help. Put them down there for the moment. It says remove the washers. How do you get the washers out of there? We'll leave the washers in there for the moment, because they're actually caught in a securing place. I suspect you don't actually have to remove those. Let's get all 8 together. Okay, so that's our 8 bolts. This polystyrene gets everywhere. Just going to do these hand tight at the moment. Doesn't want to go in very well. There is little blocks on the corner, and they correspond with these cutouts on here, so obviously they're supposed to fit snugly into those pieces. This one actually fit better than the first one. Okay, so that's the 4 legs one. Okay, so in our box, with nuts, rubber feet, for that, whatever that is. And that looks like something to hold. Another adjusting piece. These look like 2 braces. And 4 more braces of a different type. And strangely, 2 nuts and 1 bolt. Allen key type. Well, it should be 1 bolt, 2 nuts, don't know yet. As with all of these type of things, you go around afterwards doing the nuts, bolts up tight. Get it all in position first. Just making a note on this cross member. Okay, so this is one of the cross members straight out of the box, and as you can see, this end here is bent. Okay, it may not affect anything, but the fact that it's new, it shouldn't be bent. Okay, so I've done these. Again, they're not done up tight. Now we're just going to slide these feet over if we can. Just looking inside that, because I'm not sure why these little cutouts are there that the feet go over. There's nothing there to hold this on. It's not shaped inside this. Right, so the machine can now be lifted from the work surface, but before doing that, I'll have to do all these nuts up tight. Just a quick note on this parts box we've got here. You can see those oil patches. Now this was actually laying on arrival in the packaging underneath that motor there, so I'm just hoping now that there's no actual oil leak on the motor itself, which could be bad news. Right, next little job is to put these little braces down the bottom of the legs to the floor to keep it steady. Personally, I think it would have been better to do this still up on the workbench, because it is a flat surface and easier to do from up there than crawling down onto the floor to do it, but there we go. Okay, now we're going to put up on the sides the extension plates. I'm going to put these bolts in through the rear end. Just put a couple in for now. One at each end. Notice I've put this up on a table again, it's because I find it much easier. Right, now for the up struts, we've got to come back down to these leg bolts and remove these. There's two lengths of these struts, short and long, and the short one goes to the left hand side of the machine. I should have put it inside. Right, so these have got slots so it allows it to move to get the table level, and the good thing is I'm at eye height for this table, so from here it's easier to see whether you're level or not. So you've got two spans on this top one. Let's do this one. So I'll carry on now, putting the rest of the struts up with the other extension piece on the other side. It's a lovely smooth cut. So my overall experience with this Evolution saw bench, in the end, very happy. I mean, Amazon returns exceptional. Didn't quiver, straight swap, no problems. The issue I had with the guard, that was sorted out by Alan at Evolution customer service on the technical side. Absolutely brilliant. Didn't just go over that, he went over quite a few other things with me to help me through, and it cuts well. It's ideal for the DIY hobbyist. Obviously if you're in woodwork all the time, you would be wanting to use something a bit more substantial than this, but that will cost you a couple of grand, but your job warrants it. But yeah, for me as a DIY, for doing what I want, the occasional cuts, yeah, brilliant. Can't fault Amazon, can't fault the Evolution. For that sort of price, it's great. Thanks for watching, hope to see you again.